Hey everyone, we're going live with the Empowering My Environment guys. Last week I came live and we've been working on a business that they're starting. Um, it's called Empowering My Environment, and you're looking to bring good to your community. And one of the things that kind of marked, as y'all were telling me, that marks and you're thinking a lot about in the community is violence. So Caleb, tell me what that's like.
Well, in our community, Little Rock period, it's a lot of violence. Every day, somebody getting shot, somebody getting killed for something. For something. I mean, from minor things to big things. And it ain't safe out here. For the young, the old, it's no race. It's not a racial thing. It's crazy out here in Little Rock. And it's been that way for a long time. It's been that way for a long time.
It's just so many different groups that don't see eye to eye, and that's a problem in any community, any city. So we're trying to get it down and narrow down to our specific part of town, the South End, and it's always seems like a nonstop cycle of violence in domestic of any kind of verbal. It's just a hostile situation, almost like a war zone at times, and we have to. EME is built as a brand to remedy this specific type of problem in the community, the violence, because we used to be a part of this problem. So we are experts in this category. So we're trying to go in and eliminate something that we can personally and have experience with. We're trying to stop something like this from happening in the next generation.
So tell me, how do you even stop it? Seems like, I grew up here in Little Rock, and it has been a very violent place for a long time. So what are we going to do about that?
Sometimes we gotta like change the kids' mindsets right now. You know what I'm saying? And like really dig into the problem on what's going on with kids. Like, man, I've been messing around in Little Rock in these streets, man, for a long time, and man, it's been going on since like the '90s. You know what I mean? Like right now, we probably at a point where we are almost looking like the '90s, and we almost at the end of this year. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of disrespect going on out here in these neighborhoods, man. And once they try to clean this out and more, get to know each other and do business with each other, you know what I mean? That's why we trying as EME, we trying to start entrepreneurship programs in these different units. Man, maybe opening up business in people hoods and, start communicating, man, and doing some exchange with each other, and maybe to slow down a little bit.
So one of the things, the reason I wanted to go live and kind of tell everybody is y'all really been working for a couple of months now on this brand, and today we were on a phone call at lunch, and you were selecting your final brands, which by the way y'all get the opportunity to see as you're dropping your merchandise here in just a little bit. But while we were on the phone talking, Rock, what happened? All of a sudden, we're
Mean shootout in the hood. You feel me? And I'm glad you was able to hear it because you see the importance of us stopping this violence. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm on the phone, I'm having a Zoom meeting, a business meeting, and it's a shootout right up the street, a major shootout. My nephew outside, my little niece, you know what I'm saying? And it's always been dangerous. I guess the older you get, the more you see the unnecessary and just the foolishness of it. Because I was once part taking place in those type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to be a major part of taking those type of situations out of our neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? So.
how many shots were fired? It went on for some time.
Ooh, I know it, with my trained ear, I would have to say there was at least 3 different guns and probably somewhere 60 to 70 shots.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I think like
it
two
wasn't a
people were hit. 2 people were hit in, and that was look 1 o'clock.
And
It's
that's
the
During the
middle of the day.
broad
Middle of the
daylight.
day, broad daylight.
And so we stopped talking a little bit. You're asking your
Yeah.
family to start calling neighbors, make sure they're all
Right.
right.
Now that's one thing about in your hood when it go down, you got to make sure your people good. You feel what I'm saying? And it's nerve wracking because you don't want to get that call like it's one of your people. You feel what I'm saying? So every time you hear a gunshot and you know that you're not in it, your mind automatically goes to the people that you love and the people that you know you're out there. So you're automatic.
Survival mode.
Right, you go into survival mode. Make sure everybody go in and you secure down. You know what I'm saying? And it's unnecessary. You can't educate yourself like that. You can't. Kids can't walk around and play like we used to in the 70s. We used to play in the streets, big wheels, everything.
To the street
Mamas
like
in the
that,
house,
man.
right? Street, you just gotta be in there for the street. Like you came on me, I take a whooping or two. You feel me? But, but you know what I'm saying? Our mothers didn't have to worry about us being gunned down in the streets. Me, I worry about my baby girl. Like my baby girl now can't play in the front yard if I ain't out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool at all.
So what do we do about this, guys? I mean,
My thing is like my brother was just saying, you know, we gotta change people's mindset. Like we gotta be a living book to these people, and that's what EME about. We gotta really show unity amongst each other and amongst them. Like we gotta really stop the violence out here. We gotta be examples and let people see that because people do follow. Because all these people know nowadays is violence. All they know is guns. That's all they know to run to. But it is another way. But they got to be shown that way from people that used to be like them. Because people can talk to people, but if I don't see, we living in an age where people don't live by faith, and they should, but they want to see it right now. So we got to show them. We got to show them. We got to talk to them. We got to get out there in our community and stop just talking about it, the problem, and get out there in our community and work and really show them that it ain't about this, and that's what we're trying to do. EME, empower our environment. We're trying to better them. We're trying to save lives. We want more of our brothers alive than in the grave. We're tired of seeing mamas burying sons. That's not the way it's supposed to be. And I'm not the type to believe it's their time. It's their time. Now that young man took that man's life, and we're trying to stop that because it's a lot of people that can still be alive, and people from the community get out in the community and work in a community and help the community because it'll give somebody something to look up to. Example, instead of looking up to guns and looking up to the dope and all that stuff, it's more than that. Unity, go build a business. Let's put our money together. Let's do something. Let's get this money for real and do something positive for our community. And that's what we're trying to do. And like I say, it ain't gonna come overnight. Even Jesus, his people, he been around for years. They still ain't following him, but it's a lot of people following positive, and that's what they need: positive movements in the hood instead of all this negative stuff in the hood.
And let me piggyback some of what Caleb said. What he said is so correct about examples, but what people, especially in our community, they need to see successful examples.
Right.
I'm gonna be so honest. If you show people money and success, they listen to your message so much more. It's just easier to gravitate to because you're showing success, you're showing them money, and then you're showing a better way. It's a no-brainer. But
They living in poverty though.
yes,
Poverty.
they look up to that money. Who doesn't? If you've been in poverty so long that when you see the success, you want to gravitate to it so you can get closer to it. So maybe it'll affect you and you get some too.
As
So
a
that's
youth,
what we
that
gotta
what made
show.
me gravitate to selling drugs.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
the big homies was having that, you feel me? And they were willing to share money with me. So you sharing money with me, I'm listening to you. I'm riding. I'm your soldier. Point blank, period. You are my bank, I got you. And couldn't nobody say nothing to a lot of my big homies because they know they gonna sick me on them. You can't, man, you couldn't say nothing. My big homie feed me, man, wasn't nothing. He was like God. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm
So,
saying, right?
right, you very correct. You
That's
feel
what they
me?
see. And if you show them the success, mixed with the positive message, the beautiful merchandise,
Right.
it's a package deal.
Right.
So after they see all that, they like, wow, these brothers come exactly where I come from.
Right.
So they must be on the path of something,
Right.
and then it opens up different opportunities for everyone.
we ain't out here
Just like
robbing
we
and
got
killing.
this opportunity with Paul. We're going back, each one teach one,
Right.
opening doors for other people. So it's a community organized thing.
Right.
This is what we're about, EME.
Hey, and Paul,
We trying to.
y'all gotta check this a major root to the problem in our neighborhoods. And, I mean, it's embarrassing to say, but it's real. Our neighborhood is taught ignorant.
Right, ignorant.
It's cool to be ignorant in our neighborhood.
Right.
For instance, it's cool not to go to school. It's cool to skip.
Right.
It's cool to do drugs. It's cool to shoot. It's cool,
Cool to go to
you
jail.
know what I'm saying?
Sleep
I was
every day.
actually taught to shoot at another black man because he wore blue. That's crazy.
Right. Ignorant.
And I was with that. I was all the way with it. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what I was taught. That was my belief. That was my Parun was my religion.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
People in the blue at that time though, when we growing up, they weren't on when we was on though.
You ain't
It's a
understanding
turf.
what
It's a
I'm
turf
saying.
thing.
I didn't care nothing about no turf thing, bro. It was south
Just
side
the
or
color,
nothing.
right.
You feel what I'm saying?
From
Wasn't on
another
what you
name.
was
So
on.
it wasn't only that. I'm just saying that the message that the generation handed down to me as far as being a gang member
If you ain't from my hood, get the from around.
on them. You feel what I'm saying?
Like they used to
And
say.
then, like in Little Rock, you have a certain handshake.
Right.
And I don't do that handshake. I teach my little homies not to do that handshake. So the thing is, we have to break that ignorance
That ignorance, right.
chain. You feel what I'm saying? That it's not cool to go. It's cool to go to school. You feel what I'm saying? It's cool to respect the elders in your community. It's cool not to shoot that dude because he wear blue.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what's cool. That's what's up. You feel what I'm
Cool to
saying?
start your own business.
Right.
Right.
But you have to start with the small elements and build up until
But right now, everybody ain't got a homie that'll come to you and be like, man, let's start a business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
They ignorant.
actually,
A lot of
like
big
right
homies
now,
ignorant.
people can be selfish about. Right now, people out here kind of selfish about. You know, they think about themselves because you know what I mean. Like, it's so much crossing out going on out here. It's so you can't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of folks shielded to themselves.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And don't give the next man a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because people are stabbing folks in the back,
Right.
and they're playing like little childish games out here, and that's what's getting a lot of people hurt out here on these streets. And when you got people who can sincerely come to you and say, "Look, bro, I think we need to start a business together. I think we can change some lives and show some people something else different," then I think that's a good aspect and that's
Right.
a good tool you can use out here to actually help you
Right.
control and actually save
That
a
was
couple
really
of
your
lives.
idea. I mean, this whole thing was
Right.
your idea.
Right.
You came to me and
Right. Well,
I mean, it was-
business.
y'all were gonna start this business and
Right.
Right.
And that's what it's about, because that's what these youngsters love. That's what the older people love, money. But it's ways you can get money without doing dumb stuff.
But I think violence in the community is it's deeper than just business.
Well,
And I totally agree with the thing about our minds. That's what changes the violence in our community.
Right, you gotta
But
change
how do
the
we get
mindset.
the minds of those in our community or even ourselves not to be violent? How do we get that mind switch? It's like an on and off switch, isn't it?
You gotta
It's-
be taught.
It's something like
you
more.
nurture
You gotta
that
be
mind.
reprogrammed.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And instead, you nurture that mind with love instead of
Right.
hate. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of me, and you can ask all the little homies, and majority of my little homies going, bro, they couldn't even come in my house during school hours. I would literally take them to school. You feel what I'm saying? And just, look, sir, once you show them that you there, and you teach them, well, man, woo, man, don't say that word around me. Or don't do that around me. Bro,
Stay
that's not
righteous.
cool. That ain't what's up. What they talking about, bro, they lying. 'Cause
Right.
he trying to, what he telling you to do, bro, you finna have to go do 15, 20 years, and get what? He ain't gonna send you $1. He ain't gonna probably gonna mess with your girl while you gone.
go
All
do that
You feel what I'm saying?
for sure.
So
It
I try to teach them away from the negative things that I know that I was taught. You know what I'm saying? And I try to nurture their minds with that.
Probably just like talk to them a little bit more better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really know what kids be going through,
Do
or
at
people
home.
be going through, like when they small. You know what I'm saying? Like I was aggravated, man. I did like a lot of aggravated things. Aggravated is
Right.
that's what I grew up on. That's what I thought. But I was angry as a child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up. You know, I had my parents. You know, they fought like that Ike and Tina stuff. Like, and you're a child and you see that every day, and you see that all day, and you go to school and you angry and you hurt. You know what I mean? You tend to be a little bit more physical than the person who ain't got that going on in their hood. But then this person over here, he trying to be hard like you and cool like you. You know what I'm saying? But he really don't know what you got going on. He really don't know that, man, what you see when you leave up out of school or when you leave
Right.
from around.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what we got to do as EME, and that's what make us special because we able to really just get out here
Right.
and really
Work
talk
in
to
the
the people,
Right.
as person,
Right.
and see what's really causing the problem. You know what I mean? Because it could be a person could be getting touched on at
Right.
home. You don't know. A person could be getting beat at home. You don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't know.
Starving.
How can a person
all
just wake
types
up in the morning and then just go take a life like that? And people out here doing that. They'll wake up in the morning and just boom. And
Right.
then, like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's time that, that's what we
It's
trying to
take-
be. That's what we trying to do as people, you know what I'm saying? Get out here and really help each other. So it's gonna take us out here to handle it.
It's gonna take real life. And even with it, like it's starting with us, but it's so much bigger than us. And that goes back to our brand, to them hoodies. When you wear that EME, that empower my environment, go empower your environment. Just don't worry for nothing. Go grab a little youngster and talk to him. Be an example. Help people. Each one reach one. That's what we
Each
say
one
here.
teach one,
Each
yeah,
one
each
teach
one.
one. Go out in the community and get involved for real, because that's what's needed. It's a lot of men and women out here that's just like us. Like we was talking about with the Black Lives Movement thing. Like they want to help, but they don't know what to do. Support us and go support your community. At the end of the day, that's just real. What I mean by that, empower your environment. EME, go empower, go help. Go if you reaching one person, because he gonna go talk to somebody. If I tell him and put him up on game about what really wake him up about life, he gonna wake his friend up. He gonna wake. We might not always be on the scene, but put something in somebody's ear to help somebody. That's what it's time. It's time to change all this negative and this hatred, and try to be positive. Like I say, we know we can't help everybody,
Right.
but people gonna follow. People gonna listen.
Start letting these people know they doing stupid stuff.
Right.
Like look over
Waking
at your
people
partner
up.
and like, man, that's dumb, bro. Like what you finna
Correcting
do?
people.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's some things in my like I did. I wish my partners would have looked over and said, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, right now at this point we gotta learn how to start telling our little homies that. Like right now we do though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the hood they can't do too much around us, and we don't look at them and say, "Hold on, man, that ain't the way. That ain't how we rocking
Right.
over here, player."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what y'all got going on over there, but over here, this how we rocking with this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we need more strong people, whoever to get out here and put their chests out, man, and bump chests with these youngsters out here, man, because they done been there and done that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Know where they coming from, know what they going through. You know what I mean? Get more out here, man, and tell these stories, man, and try to reach and touch some more people.
Right.
And it takes brothers from the streets to be
Right,
in these
the
neighborhoods
streets,
and do
right,
that.
Right.
Because it's okay, I'm not knocking this, that a pastor or a politician or something like that comes to the neighborhood and speaks. That's great things.
Right.
But it's nothing like someone that you've seen every day he's like a street legend in your
They don't
neighborhood.
speak that language like you.
But it's perfect for those to be involved in these type of neighborhood
Your father.
initiatives because it promotes, it's a ground up effect. It's from the streets then to the public. Because the streets can carry the public into a greater light because it's more people down with the streets and more people seeing that those young people listen to and respect. Because remember, us coming up, we respected the pimp, the gang, man, the big time dope dealer. That's what we respected. That's who we're gonna listen to, right? If he had been telling us to go to school every day, what would we have been doing?
Going to school.
Going to school every day. Get those, but go to college. What would we have been doing? Going to school.
But he
So
showed-
it's the same way with the streets.
he
And you
showed
and
us-
me and all these OGs and guys in the community have to step up, and it could be EMEs all over the city. That's what we're trying to say.
A lot of like back then, a lot of people like they glorified it, us not going, going to school. Like right now, we trying to start just flipping on like, you went to college, you know what I'm saying? And when you went to college, you took a little homeboy to college, and now it's a chain reaction, you know what I'm saying? People start to follow that, you know what I mean? So everything you got to show. You know what I'm saying? If we actually show some action, we can't
People will
fix
follow.
everything. We
No, we
got
can't.
flaws. You know what I'm saying? As people, like we got our own little old things
Yes.
that we fighting, but you find out what's really your solution and what's really messing your bed, and you tackle it. And I know mine's is violence, so that's why I'm
violence.
strong
Right.
on like, man, we gotta put these guns down, bro.
Right.
Like really give ourselves a chance to live and show that it's cool to live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people don't know that it's cool to live. Like we live it every day like we gonna die right now.
Sure.
Right.
Like right now.
So that's why we live every day
But
like it's our
what if we
last.
don't die?
Like
right.
savage.
We living like savages.
Right.
Like
And
right
it's
every
time
day.
changed it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to start thinking about the future because some of
Why
us
not
is
be
living
young?
past that time and you ain't giving yourself a chance. So
Right.
Hey, that's a good brand you just came up with. It's cool to live.
it's cool to
Cool to
live.
live.
That's dope right
Come
there.
on,
man.
yeah.
Nah, you know what's
Oh,
crazy?
you
What he
teaching me how to
just
market
said?
everything.
Anything. You got it.
Right.
I'm trying to unleash it.
We
Yeah,
want
the
people to
beast,
just
at least
feel
the
safe,
beast.
man. It's time, like I say, these guys been living longer than me, but it's, it gets sickening, man. Instead of getting calls, people dying by the gun, and it's us killing each other. Like it's got to stop, and we willing to step on the line and say it. Stop it. Yeah, we got to protect ourselves. Yeah, we ain't telling. I'm just gonna say it on live. Yeah, we ain't telling you it's legal to have a strap, but you don't got to pull your strap out because you're in an argument. You don't have to pull your strap out for everything. You don't have to do that just to protect yourself. This man want to fight you. He ain't talking about nothing about shooting, but you want to kill him. And y'all can settle this out. Y'all can talk about this. It can be talked about. Anything can be resolved. but you gotta want it like that. So that's what we just trying to change people's mindset so that we can have a beautiful city, man.
Especially nowadays, where everybody talking about Black Lives Matter.
Right.
You
Where it
walking around
matters.
here, you burning up stuff. You
Yeah.
got your hands in the fish. You
But where
got
it
you wave your flag. But
And I
we
say
got
that.
we started burning each other every
Yeah.
weekend.
Every
Every weekend,
weekend.
somebody gonna get burnt this
By
weekend.
another black
And we
person.
already know it.
And I'm gonna say it on live.
And
By
that's
another black
crazy.
person. Every weekend. We
Right.
fight and kill. Like I say, I be in the mix with them, fighting for nothing. Females in there turning each other, females with kids with babies at home, fighting, busting each other in the head for nothing over a dude that's playing both of y'all. When y'all queens don't even know your worth, cause you out here fighting for nothing. For real, it's really sad when you hide, you in the club, you crying. It's funny then, but when you sit back like, dang, she got babies. She bust up and going to the hospital like that, man. He got a son, he dead. His little boy, what dad is, he didn't come home from the club all over because somebody stepped on his shoes. It really happened. It get that big in the club. Right. Somebody stepped on some shoes. And they went to the parking lot and fought. I know him from my past, and he whooped me. So I'm drunk tonight, and I ain't thinking right, so I'm finna whoop him now. We finna kill him. And it's time we had to stop because we killing each other.
Or you laying in your house sleep.
Right.
And your house gets shot up with over 70 and 80 bullets.
Nothing.
Right. You know what I
People
mean?
fear you.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You out.
Like,
It's crazy
shit,
out here.
it ain't cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't none of that cool. You know, and when that stuff start happening, people that start realizing, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? They don't know until it happened to them. Like,
Right.
I ain't know. Like,
Right.
it was
Firsthand.
like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, as experience and as a living, you know what I mean? I was able to figure it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it'll, I had wise man always told me, like, if you keep living, it'll come to you.
Right, it will.
You know what I'm saying? So once these people start, start living a little longer,
Right,
and then the
then
stuff
teach
will start
them
coming to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I also understand that our communities just didn't become violent. You know, they weren't just overnight violent. You know, it's a cause and effect to this.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that went on. There's a lot of stuff that went on in our history that made our communities look like this. So we're looking at the effect
Right.
of
Right.
the killing and all the black on black crime and all this crime.
Right.
This is an effect
Right.
from certain things in history
Right.
that put us in this place. So we gotta understand
90s.
and we gotta go to that cause and
Right.
fix it, because everything has a cause and effect, everything. And what we're talking about right now is the effect of what caused it. You know what I mean?
Right.
We weren't always like this, right?
Right.
There's a point in history in the 1920s and 30s when we had black businesses, black communities that were like Wall Street and all over the United
But when
States.
I was born, we was like this.
No, I'm saying that when you
We've
was
been
born,
like
but
this for a long
not in
time.
the beginning, just in the earlier part of
Earlier
history,
part, yeah. It
because
wasn't always like
it
this.
wasn't always bad like this, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it had to come to a certain effect where it did come to
But it's
that.
because the families and a lot of things,
Right.
fathers not in the home.
So we
People
gotta
ain't playing
build that up
role.
again,
Women ain't
right?
playing their role as mothers in the streets is
That's what I'm
the
trying to
street, but
point
we
back,
are the
see?
streets.
He's going
So
right in the
therefore,
direction.
We got to do it now because a lot of people don't have a father for many different reasons. Like the mama could just be mad and take the child away.
Mhm.
Many, it's so deep.
Or
like he
Section
was
8,
saying,
Section
and like
8,
he
a lot
was
of
saying,
stuff.
this stuff is
This-
going on in the home, the beating, the molestation.
It's a lot of
the drug,
stuff.
It's a lot, and it takes. We got to get in there and help these people. We do.
We got to fix the foundation.
This what the problem where we at now. For real, we get into the solution. You know, you can talk about. It get to a point where you numb. It don't. Now your first time and whatever, you might not sleep. You know what I'm saying? You feel, but you get to a point to where it's numb.
It's regular.
It's regular. You feel what I'm saying? The busing is regular. It's a part of every day. Man, we had a summer of '95. It was regular. It was every day, all day.
That's when Little Rock
You feel
was the
what I'm
murder
saying? So,
capital of the United States in 94,
You numb
95.
to it.
Yeah, that's the Meyer.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
You
right.
feel- Once you numb to it, now you become that. You become that
You
demon.
just become behavioral. You just do it.
It's behavior. It's a
instinctual.
behavioral.
It's instinctual.
Right.
So how you
pattern.
make it not regular no more?
Sounds to me like it's PTSD.
Yep.
Right, like right now.
It's a way to cope.
Mhm.
Right.
with the stress.
But you see it so much and you do it so much, and then when you finally able, if God bless you with the mind and the people and the tools around you to break away from it, man, it might be a point in time where you just might be depressed for no reason. You don't know why you depressed. You feel what I'm saying? It take because you detaching yourself from a way of life that was unnormal. And you didn't know it was unnormal back then. You feel what I'm saying?
Normal, right.
Until you get away from it. See, right now, the little youngers are doing their thing. It's normal.
It's normal,
They
right?
active. That's what we
Right.
call, we gonna get active.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They active right now. When you active, you
They
active.
ain't woke. They sleep.
You sleep because you gotta numb yourself. To
Mentally, they
everything.
sleep because even him speaking on it, I look at it with all the fighting I used to do, and then think about it though, like just sleep to it. Not looking at it now, being an older man, a father looking at it like, man, I ain't fighting. I didn't look at his back. I'm like, I ain't killing nobody, but I done put people in the hospital. I done did some dangerous stuff, fighting for no reason, but not thinking, because I wasn't woke. Now I really look at a person like I do. Like, this is my brother. Why go fight him? If anything, leave him alone. I don't gotta fight. You don't gotta be out here fighting people all the time and over everything. But that's what our community. That's what we do. Right. You weak if you walk away. Mm-hmm. You scary if you walk away. Mm-hmm. And we gotta change it. No, you not. You a man if you walk away. Right. That's the example religion was given to Jesus. He was walk away. I don't gotta hit you. I can be this big old man and you this little boy. I know what's behind you. You can walk away and you're not weak. But they think that's weak, and we gotta show them that's not weak, because it's not. Right. In reality, it's not. I don't want to hurt you, brother. Right. I don't want us to hurt each other. So let's walk away. And we trying to change the mindset of people in this community, because they are lost.
In our community, intelligence is looked down upon.
You don't.
You're a nerd. You're a square. Right. L7 is looked down
Dress
upon.
Like that, you're a nerd.
And the
you ain't saying you're a nerd.
You're not considered attractive by females. You're not considered cool by guys. It's looked down upon. But in other communities, you can see intelligence is praised. It's glorified. It's put on a pedestal. The smartest are the top of the line, the top of the food chain. So it's like it's a backwards effect. And we're trying to change them, empowering my environment and changing my mindset to think differently at all costs. No matter what the situation is, I'm not going to make the same decision people before me made. I'm going to make a better decision on purpose. Right? That way.
So we're about to hit the 30-minute mark here, guys. And I wanted to thank you for Turtle bringing this to me.
He's an awesome guy.
A couple months ago. I mean, this is the idea, and for everyone that happens to be watching, this is why I can't get into your community and do the types of things. I don't have the experience you do. I don't know the people, but I can be your ally, and I want to be your ally. And so what I'm hoping, and the reason why we're going live here, and the reason why y'all are about to launch you got a series coming, a web series coming.
Amen.
You're about to drop some merchandise.
Correct.
If you want to support these guys, if you want to be an ally for helping them empower their environment and see where this could go, then you could do a couple things. If you wanted to support the podcast that's going on and the production of that, you can go on the Restore Hope website, click the link, and you could donate there. It'll go straight to this. Number two is y'all are about to drop some episodes and some merchandise. Right. You're going to be rolling that out. And you can buy the merchandise and give feedback as customers to these men.
The food
and then y'all are going to run a food drive. You're working on a food drive right now for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're trying to
24.
Yeah.
If you wanted to support the food drive, you could message right off the Restore Hope website. If you send a web message there, or you hit me on Facebook here, we'll try to get all the messages to you guys. I think I tagged y'all in this, right. So you're tagged on Facebook in this. You can message the men directly, and you can figure out how you could support this food drive on the 24th. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yes.
You're going to do a food drive in the South End community.
Right.
That's right.
Crump Park.
Yeah, Crump Park. And that's part of y'all starting to bring these solutions. And I'll tell you, actually, I'm not going to tell you the details right now, but we had a discussion a couple of lunches ago, really about something that y'all were talking about trying to bring to the community.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, if you're able to do that,
I think we can pull that off, man.
I think you can too.
Yeah, I think we got this.
It's going to be a game changer. I've read a lot of these community development things. I've been involved in some in different countries, but this one I'm pretty excited about. Yeah. So we'll stay tuned is all I've got to say. But we got to make it there.
Right.
And so for these guys to be able to make it there, they need allies. And if you wanted to be an ally, then you can donate through the podcast, support the podcast through the Restore Hope, and you can buy the merchandise when it comes out. You can buy gifts, gift that merchandise to folks, and you can share it with your friends. So thanks so much for tuning in with us here tonight. Appreciate it, and stay tuned.
Get on the journey at the
me.
bottom end. Get on the
Yeah,
journey.
man.
E and me.
Put the guns down, put your
Hey.
hands up.
E and me.
And